What are you gonna do now?
Good evening, and welcome to our newest edition of Word on the Street. I'm your host, Derek Wright, and tonight I have the extreme pleasure of introducing you to one of the best guitarists and vocalists in our area, Tom the Suit Forst.
Hey.
How's it going, Tom?
Doing well, thank you.
Very
Thanks for
good,
having me.
Very good. Tried to get you on the show for a little while now, man.
Yeah.
Listen, tell us a little bit about yourself. You have a very interesting story.
Well, not sure it's interesting, but I'll give it to you anyway. I used to be a corporate executive,
Yeah.
and about 8 years ago, I quit. And I quit to do this full-time, play music full-time. I've been playing since I was 8, so,
Okay.
it's been a while. But my wife was doing a checkbook one day. She's paying bills, and I asked her, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm paying our last 2 kids' tuitions." And I said, "Well, then I quit." And she said, "Fine."
Oh, she said fine, huh?
Yeah, she said
Nice.
fine. I know.
That's great.
And I gave him 6 months' notice, and here I am.
So what kind of music are you putting out there? You got a jazzy, bluesy type of rock thing going on.
Yeah, a lot of people compare me to guys like Joe Walsh, Joe Bonamassa, that kind of thing. So it's kind of a rock edge, always a blues background, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way I was raised, and it's the music that I love.
Okay.
It's emotional music, and that's why I like it.
Okay.
But definitely those are the 2 genres.
So you've been pretty hot lately, man. I hear you got this new album out.
Yeah.
You are recording and performing with everyone in the neighborhood. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I mean, every morning I wake up now and I'm thinking, how did this all of a sudden happen? It didn't happen gradually.
Right.
And probably a lot of people know who Jason Gisser is in this area.
Right.
He's a tremendously talented, great writer, great guitar player, actually,
Right.
great vocalist. And he's got the Jason Gisser band here, and I'm his guitar player, his lead guitar player. So I love that. I love him. It's a great gig. That band is really starting to take off.
Okay.
And then, of course, I have my own group, and that's really taken off in
Look at that.
around. I'm from Hartford, as you know.
Right.
So I do a lot of shows up here because of Jason. We do, Daryl's house, and
I seen you guys on Daryl's house. That was
yeah,
pretty hot.
yeah, we've been there quite a bit, and that's because of Jason. They just love him up there, and we do things like the Chance Theater, the Paramount. So I'm up here a lot.
Right.
I'm starting to know the roads, by the way. Scary roads up here.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So who's some of your inspirations? Because you cover a whole lot of different music genres.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up musically in the 70s, which to me was the time to be a musician.
Okay.
So, we listened to folk guys at the same time we were listening to psychedelic music, and Motown was really big, and rock and hard rock. So I'm a conglomeration of all of those things.
Right.
But as I say, I still stick to that rock blues kind of element.
Hey baby, you're driving me crazy. You say I'm taking too long, but hey baby, I think that you're lazy. Every time I come it seems you're gone. Can't keep on keeping on, singing that same old song. You're stuck in that same old position. Can't seem to change your mind. You say it's your women's intuition. Every time I see I change your blind. Can't keep on keeping on, singing that same old song. Can't keep on keeping on, singing that same old song. Can't keep on keeping on, singing that same old song. You know alone, I'm gonna be long gone. Hey baby, you're driving me crazy. You say I'm taking way too long. But hey baby, think that you're lazy. Every time I come and see you're gone. Can't keep on keeping on, singing that same old song, no. Can't keep on keeping on, singing that same old song.
So with all of the different bands that you've performed with, tell us about some of the places that you've traveled and to perform.
Yeah, you know, I've been basically in the New England area, all through New England. Obviously the city, Jersey, and those areas. I've been to Memphis, played there. I've been to Chicago, I've performed there, Pennsylvania probably, you know, obviously. But yeah, I'm always in the car, you know, or in an airplane, so.
So in your car, when you're driving, like say even when you drove here tonight, who do you listen to?
Tom the Suit Forst. No. You know what? I don't like to listen to music. I never have.
Really?
No, I listen to this thing called spa, which is kind of meditative music.
Right.
It's
serious.
that's it. I don't really listen to music that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is your second recording?
Actually, it's the third album that I've done with my name involved. It's probably my 8th album as far as playing guitar and being with other groups.
Okay.
Yeah. But so I will say it's the first album as Tom the Suit Forst, which is a little different departure.
So what inspired this? Tell us about where this comes from.
Well, a couple of people in the Connecticut area and the Rhode Island area had mentioned to me about this Grammy-winning producer named Paul Nelson.
Okay.
And anybody in the 70s would remember Johnny Winter, an unbelievable guitar player. Well, his guitar player and Grammy-winning producer is Paul Nelson. And I was connected to Paul Nelson. And Paul said yes, he would produce my album. So I've got a Grammy-winning guy there. I've a couple of Grammy-winning people that did the mix for the album. The album is really top-notch, seriously. Not just musically, otherwise I would sound like I'm tooting my own horn. But the guys that did the mix and the mastering are just top of their field.
Awesome.
And Paul did an amazing job. I actually used Johnny Winter's amp on some of the cuts, so
Look
it's
at that.
great. Yeah.
Okay, so other than the album and rocking with the Jason Gizzard Band, what's up for you? What else are you doing in the neighborhood? You're performing
I
by
nap.
yourself?
I nap a lot. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
This album is really taking off, so it takes a long time to get momentum on an album. Jason, we're in the studio right now. We're getting the second album ready. And I'm already in the studio for my solo album.
All right.
Yeah. It'll be a little different than this. It might be more of a Cajun kind of rock sound.
Cajun, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like, that dobro that I was using, that metal guitar. Some of that stuff. More stories in my music.
Walking through the woods, trying to find some destination. Unmarked trails and winding roads. When I heard a distant strumming, or was that my imagination? Then I saw a man in a black robe. He was a man of the mountain, straggly hair and dirty beard, knowing look in his one eye. He said, "Boy, you sure look lost. Why not sit a spell with me?" Then he told me all about my life. He said, "You're going home someday. You're going back where you belong. You're going home the same way. You're going back where you come from." You should have sold all that I owned, and I moved into these hills. Now I live from day to day. You can sell your very soul, gathered up your gold, still gonna end up in the same place. You're going home someday. You're going back where you come from. You're going home someday. You're going back where you come from. You're going home.
So you're a big Facebook guy. You got like
I do.
a million hits on some of your stuff. Tell us about that.
Yeah. My biggest one, and as far as a million, I can't wait for that. But I did get 40,000 views on something I did for Vintage Guitar Magazine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did a video for. Who did I do it for? Joe Walsh. Famous guitar player for the Eagles, and I did something for them for Joe, and I got 40,000 hits on it. Yeah, of course it was my wife, just hitting the button 40,000 times. She has no first finger anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but you also I looked at some of your YouTube stuff, and you have something out that's really giving professional women a little bit of shine. Tell us about that.
I know it kind of sounds like pandering to women, but I truly believe that the world would be a better place if women were in charge. And I'm not talking on any political, this is a non-biased, just women. And there have been some incredible women leaders in the past, and I hope that they're going to be there in the future. It's not a political statement as much as I really feel it's a gender statement, I guess. It's just that I think they have a better sensibility. I don't think their egos are involved in decision makings as much. I have a sense that we would not be in wars every 20 seconds.
Right.
So there's a song on here, and I will tell you this too. The other reason the song is so special for me is that my best friend and writing partner, Gary Ewell, wrote the song. And he just passed away about 4 months ago of a major heart attack.
Sorry to hear that.
And I was devastated. But the good news is that I get to play his music for people. And he's written some other songs on the album. So I know he's listening and thrilled.
Okay.
That and I know he's also saying, God, Tom, you're doing a bad job on those songs, but he can't say anything. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, is that what also led to this bumper sticker? Because you have a bumper sticker that's kind of taken off a little bit. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I actually, I have a series of them, but this is the one that I'm the most proud of, and I have had people say, "Hey, that's a political statement." It's not. It says, "Make America Grateful Again." It's not "Make America Great Again." And the reason I came up with this is I thought all the time I heard that, I kept thinking, well, America's is great. Just for the fact that I can be on a camera and say, you know, you suck, America, shows how great it is.
Right.
That, you know, somebody doesn't come to the door in a half hour and take me away.
Right.
I really believe in the country. I know it needs to change, as any place does, and I know it needs to improve for sure. But I just think that sometimes we forget how lucky we are. And, you know, it does take people that are not from this country that come here and remind us that this is the place to be.
I've seen some guitar players down in Bourbon Street. They're blazing fast, knock you off your feet. I've seen some sing slayers in Memphis, Tennessee. Play slide with a bottle fast as big as I've ever seen. They may play fast, blowing down the door, going up and down that neck till the crowd cries out for more. Playing fast ain't everything. If you can't play slow, just like the king. When I'm up on stage, I'm ripping it up pretty good. I play fast and loud like they think I should. But sometimes I remember the song is a king. I slow it down and I bend those strings. May play fast, blowing down the door, going up and down that neck till the crowd cries out for more. Playing fast ain't everything. If you can't play slow, just like the king. May play fast, blowing down the door, going up and down that neck till the crowd cries out for more. Playing fast ain't everything. If you can't play slow, just like the king. Hey, king. King, king.
If you want one of these, I am not selling these. These are just free. And you can get them free by going to my email. Just email me. It's the Suit on Fire. thesuitonfire@gmail.com. Just send me a note, and I'll send one of these off to you. No strings attached. Absolutely.
That's great.
I just think it's a good thought process. It actually makes me feel better when I look at it and I remind myself, The other way to, check out the album and other things that I have on there, just www.tomthesuitforst.com. And my name is spelled F-O-R-S-T. No E.
So how did you get that name? That's a pretty
Yeah.
sharp name. Where does that come from?
I'm glad you asked that too. My son is a professional musician,
Okay.
and he had a punk band, and they were playing in Brooklyn, and I had just quit, the whole corporate thing. So my hair was still short. I still had the, blue jacket and the gray slacks and the penny loafers, right?
Oh, man.
So he's in this hardcore punk band, and he's got a gig in Brooklyn. And he said, I want you to show up in your penny loafers, in your little suit, and I want you to bring your guitar, and I don't want you to say a word. And when you start to play, you're going to blow people away. Okay. So I show up, the whole audience is just loaded with 20-somethings. So, I'm a little older than 20-something. So I did what he said, because my son is pretty clever. So he called me up. I just stand there. I don't even move. Plugs me in my guitar. They do this heavy tune, and I go crazy on it. And
Wow.
And he said, "Hey, this is the Suit," and people started screaming, "The Suit!" "Hey, Suit, play some more!" It was like that kind of thing. And that's how it got started.
All right, so here's the question that I'm asking all of my guests. Your worst gig. And you've had quite a few gigs in your life.
Oh,
so.
I have. I think it was the High Line in New York City, which is a big place.
Right.
I did a gig. Audience was pretty good. We were pretty good. But when I got done, I realized, and I'm embarrassed to say this, but I had my fly down the whole time, which I didn't realize. And I never wear white underwear, but I did this time.
That day, yeah.
Black pants.
Nice.
Yeah. That was probably it.
Okay, so what was your best, the absolute best gig ever?
Oh, I just did a gig where the place was loaded and it was only my audience. It was in Hartford.
Okay.
I did my album release party.
Great.
And I brought some pretty heavy hitter guys, some blues guys with me. Slam Allen is big up here. He came, and a bunch of other guys came. And we had an incredible night, and it was jam the whole night. That was a just wonderful gig.
Well, listen, man. It's been my pleasure having you here tonight.
Thank you. Mine too. Thank
trying
you
to
so
get
much.
you on the show for quite a while now, man. Tom Forst, The Suit. Yeah. Make sure you look him up. Facebook, YouTube. Go to all the sites. Pick up the album. You guys are in store for some very nice music. Have a great night, everyone. And I hope you love what you're about to hear. Peace.
Late at night, you're all alone. You put on your robe and you pick up the phone. You burn, baby, burn. So I come running fast as I can. I'm your consolation man. Not the first, won't be the last. Don't talk about our future, don't ask about your past. We burn, baby, burn. Cross your bedroom eyes. I come running fast as I can. I'm your consolation man. I come running, that's what I am. I'm your consolation man. I come running fast as I can. I'm your consolation man. Sometimes the worry not your first choice. Then the phone rings and I hear your voice. Burn, baby, burn. Down that telephone line. I come running fast as I can. I'm your consolation man. I come running, know that I am. I'm your consolation man.